One of the biggest publishers in the country, Penguin Books India, has in a hugely controversial decision with far-reaching ramifications decided to withdraw and pulp a book of renowned Sanskritist, academic and writer Wendy Doniger called The Hindus, an Alternative History. This is in response to several petitions filed in court against the book, which said that the book contained factual errors and that several portions of the book were an insult to Hindus and Indians. The decision to withdraw has ironically been done in an out-of-court settlement, and while Penguin has not officially responded, but the terms of agreement mention that they respect all religions worldwide, and the online world has exploded in anger and outrage against what is being seen as yet another move at censorship and buckling to pressure from fringe groups to silence the freedom of expression. And many say this is a calculated move to avoid the huge costs of a legal battle, not to mention that the copies that were there in the bookshops have flown off the racks in a matter of a few hours. So we ask, is any cost greater than the right to speak and express freely in a democracy? On the social network today, that's what we discussed. Penguin in pulp friction. Who cares for the writers? Let's actually, before we introduce our guests for the day, let's actually quickly take you through some of the stuff that's happening online. Let's take a look at these petitions, which have in fact, that is a petition that has demanded for the withdrawal of a flawed book on Hindu history, which is echoing the demands of the petitioner. It's an online petition, but it has gathered more than 10,000 signatures. And it goes on to talk, it's a petition to the president of the Penguin Group and the CEO, and it talks about the factual errors and of course also the analytical portions which it finds offensive. But interestingly, on the same website, there is also another petition which asks for support for that particular book, and it is also sent not just to the Penguin Group but all lovers of free speech and Hindu tolerance. All right, we have with us in the studio today, we've got with us Ajoy Bose, who is an author. We've also got with us Dinanath Batra, who is in fact the petitioner who filed that suit in 2011. And we've also got with us Ashok Nagpal, who is a professor of, he's from the Department of Psychology from the Ambedkar University. And we're also joined by Salil Tripathi, who is joining us all the way from London. He's a columnist. All right, दीनानाथ जी आपसे शुरू करना चाहेंगे. दो चीजें हैं, एक तो फैक्चुअली उसमें बहुत सारे मिस्टेक्स हैं जो आपने अपने पिटिशन में बोला है, but the part that you found more offensive was her analysis of Hinduism per se, and that's the basic objection that you had, for which you asked for that petition, for that book to be withdrawn. क्या आपको सबसे problematic लगा?
सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने ये कहा है कि किसी भी पुस्तक को अगर देखना है तो लेखक की इंटेंशन, कंटेंट और लैंग्वेज को देखना चाहिए. तो ये तीनों चीज़ें ही इस प्रकार की हैं जो कि वास्तव में ऑब्जेक्शनेबल हैं. पहले इंटेंशन की बात यदि करें तो स्वयं ऑथर ने कहा है कि मेरी इंटेंशन ये है कि हिंदुइज़्म में जो सेक्स है उसको सबके सामने लाना है. और कहते हैं कि जब से संस्कृत हुई और संस्कृत में पुस्तकें लिखी गई, तब से वे सेक्स का या यौन का बहुत ही एक भव्य एक स्वरूप था. सेक्सुअल उस समय ग्लोरियस पीरियड था. तो ये तो उसकी इंटेंशन है पुस्तक को लिखने की.
You have accused the author of being hungry of sex.
Yes, because she herself says, वो खुद ही कहते हैं कि मुझे सेक्स के अतिरिक्त और कुछ लिखना ही नहीं है. और उसने ये भी कहा मैं हिस्टोरियन नहीं हूँ और मैं तो सिर्फ हिंदुइज्म में जो सेक्स है उसको उभार रही.
Ashok, can you respond to what Dinanath Batra ji is saying also about what is the problem in writing about sex?
I think sexuality is where we would perhaps have the first kind of an exchange. Sexuality is in itself a mega force that informs the relationships. Our relationships to other human beings, our relationships to our body, and our relationships to our traditions. So if somebody is emphasizing to take up the origin of communication and relationship in sex, we need to understand where we think things have gone wrong for the opponents and the critics of that. So thinking in sexuality is something which is Wendy Doniger's thing, as Dinanath ji himself is saying, to connect with the glory. The fact that at one point we could converse, live out, relate and connect with the depth of a tradition is something that his concern is also joining it. So let's look at sexuality and see where is it that the critical opinion says that she's gone wrong and that she might come up to advertise or negatively portray something about Hinduism.
दीनानाथ जी कुछ बोलना चाहेंगे आप?
एकदम इन्होंने कहा है कि ये सेक्सुअलिटी जो है वो अर्ज है, लेकिन इस पुस्तक के अंतर्गत जिस ढंग से कहा गया है कि शिव जी का लिंग होता है, शिवलिंग जिसको हम बोलते हैं, उस लिंग की तुलना उस पुरुष के लिंग के साथ की गई है जब वो इरेक्ट हो जाता है। तो ये अर्ज को प्रकट करना है या उस ओर संकेत करना है कि हम
Okay, but Deenanath ji, बहुत सारे, and Ashok, I just want to throw that across to you. A lot of people are saying that one of the ways to respond to Wendy's idea of how she's interpreted Hinduism is to publish your own book with how you interpret it, but not necessarily to withdraw the book.
Absolutely. I would agree that we can join the tradition. That's what I'm emphasizing. That a book like that joins other writers who have also been writing, and this is an era where sexuality is becoming, especially for urban Indians, and through that, through the globalization to even going beyond the urban households, a way of looking at oneself. The whole individuation is rooted in this relationship with body, this relationship with passion. So how can we sort of let go of this moment?
All right.